Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be back with you again. My name is Christopher, and I want to welcome you to the Ann Arbor District Library Storytime. Many of you know how I like to begin Storytime. It's with a little song called Clap Everybody and Say Hello. And it goes like this. Clap everybody and say hello, say hello, say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Welcome to Story Time. I think you've got it. Let's try it with the banjo. Clap everybody and say hello, say hello, say hello. Clap everybody and say hello. Welcome to Story Time. Now let's say hello in some other languages. How about Mandarin? Let's say hello in Mandarin. Ni hao. Clap everybody and say ni hao, say ni hao, say ni hao. Clap everybody and say ni hao. Welcome to Story Time. How about Spanish? Hola. Clap everybody and say hola, say hola, say hola. Clap everybody and say hola. Welcome to Story Time. And you know, we've never done Irish. Let's say hello in Irish. Gia Div. Clap everybody and say Gia Div, say Gia Div, say Gia Div. Clap everybody and say Gia Div. Welcome to Story Time. Welcome everyone to Story Time. I'm so glad that you can be with me today. Excuse me. All right. We've got some great stories today. But first, I want to tell you about a new show on AADL TV. It's called Baby Time, and it appears every Monday at 11 o'clock, and it's perfect for your baby from newborns up to 2 years old. And there are songs and stories and bounces and rhymes and a lot of fun. So I think you should tune in if you have a baby or if you just want to be entertained, because it's a great crew. So with that said, we've got some great stories today, but first let's get some energy out. You know how I like to do that. It's with the Grand Old Duke of York. And if you don't know it now, you will by the time it's over. It's one of my favorite jumping rhymes. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. I think you've got it. Shall we pick up the pace a little bit? Okay. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. Super fast! The Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched him up to the top of the hill, and he marched him down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up or down. Good job, everyone. Did I lose you? Probably not. Okay. Well, our stories today all have something to do with the letter W, which is a great letter. And I wondered if you can think of any words that start with W. Well, there's weasel. That's a good word. It'd be great to do some stories about weasels someday. There's winter and weather and a lot of great W words. But we don't have stories about weasels or winter or weather today. We do have stories about the world. Actually, stories from around the world that I hope you'll enjoy today. So let's get started. Our first story today is a classic, The Turnip, and it comes to us from Russia. I hope you'll enjoy it. Once there was an old farmer, Grandfather Dietka, and he had spent all summer taking care of his garden. He was out there every day, watering the plants and weeding the garden and taking care of everything. And the sun shone down and everything grew. But one thing in particular grew and grew and grew. It was his turnip. And one day Dietka thought, you know, if I don't grab that turnip soon, the neighbor's goats will certainly eat it. Well, he was right. Maybe even Ralph would eat it. But he decided it was time to pull that turnip from the ground, and Dietka got behind that turnip and pulled. It wouldn't budge. It was stuck fast in the ground. So Dietka decided to call grandmother. Babka! And grandmother, Babka, came running. And grandmother pulled grandfather, and grandfather pulled that turnip, and they pulled. Nothing. It wouldn't budge. So grandmother got the idea that it was time to call granddaughter, Vnuchka. Vnuchka! And Vnuchka came. And granddaughter stood behind grandmother pulling, and grandmother pulled grandfather, and grandfather pulled that turnip. Not an inch. Well, Vnuchka thought, we need some more help. So Vnuchka called the dog, Zhuchka. Zhuchka! And Zhuchka came, and Zhuchka pulled Vnuchka, and Vnuchka pulled Babka, and Babka pulled Dietka, and Dietka pulled Repka, and they all pulled together. Nothing at all. Well, Zhuchka the dog said, we need more help. So Zhuchka called, Ruff, Ruff, Koshka! And Kitty came running. So Kitty pulled the dog pulled the granddaughter pulled the grandmother pulled the grandfather, and grandfather pulled that turnip. Maybe it moved a little. We couldn't really tell. It was still stuck in the ground. Well, finally, Kitty thought, we need a little more muscle. So Kitty called to Mouse, Mishka! And little Mousie came along. And Mouse pulled Kitty, Kitty pulled the dog pulled the granddaughter pulled the grandmother pulled the grandfather, and out came the biggest turnip the world has ever seen, and they all ate like princes for the rest of the summer. The end. I hope you enjoyed that. I always like to tell it. Okay. I think it's time. Shall we call Ralph? We should have gotten Ralph in on that turnip action. Ralph! Hey, look. It's Ralph. Hey, Ralph, how you doing today? Okay. All right, well, listen, I think it's time we should do some dancing and jumping. Just get some more energy out, right? Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Are you ready? Oh, jump any way you want to. Jump any way you please. Jump any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Oh, dance any way you want to. Dance any way you please. Dance any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Stop, Ralph. Well, swim any way you want to. Swim any way you please. Swim any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Boy, Ralph, all that swimming and jumping and dancing has made me a little bit tired. Are you tired at all? Yeah. Well, maybe let's take a little nap, okay? All right, Ralph. Oh, sleep any way you want to. Sleep any way you please. Oh, sleep any way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. No! You woke us up. All right. Okay, Ralph. I'll see you next time, okay? Yeah. Say bye to Ralph. All right. We've got another great story. And here it is. It's Runaway Tortilla, and it's got a lot of Spanish in it, so I hope you'll be patient with me. Okay? Here we go. Now, once near the Rio Grande was a little taqueria owned by Tia Lupe and Tio Jose. And they made delicious food, and people came from miles around to taste it. There were wonderful tacos and burritos and enchiladas and so many other delicious things. Their taqueria was called El Papagayo Feliz, the happy parrot. But they were known for one thing in particular, their light and fluffy tortillas. And Tia Lupe made them so delicious that one day a customer said, Tia Lupe, if you make those any lighter and fluffier, they're going to jump up and run right out of the pan. Well, no sooner had the customer said that than the tortilla she was frying did just that. It jumped up and ran right out of the taqueria. And as it did, it said, fast as fast can be, you'll never catch me. And whoops. I can see where this is going today. And behind the tortilla ran Tio Jose and Tia Lupe. And they went running and running and running down the road. Well, by and by, they ran into Sapo Cornudo, a great horned lizard. And Sapo Cornudo said, Hey, Tortilla, come and bask in the sun with me. And Tortilla said, Oh, come on. I'll bet you can't run like me. Fast as fast can be, you'll never catch me. And Sapo Cornudo joined the running. And they ran and ran and ran until they saw Burro. And Burro said, "Hey, Tortilla, come and bray with me." And Tortilla said, "No way. I've got things to do. I've got places to go. Fast as fast can be. You'll never catch me." And they all ran on and on and on. And they passed Conejo. And Conejo said, "Hey, Tortilla, why don't you stop with me and enjoy this wonderful day? We can hop around together." And Tortilla said, "Come on. Fast as fast can be. You'll never catch me." And they all ran together. And they ran into cascabeles, some snakes. And they said, "Tortilla, stay with us and let's crawl around on the ground and see what we can find." And Tortilla said, "Oh, come on. What do I look like, a snake? I've got fast legs. I'm off. Fast as fast can be. You'll never catch me." Well, they all kept running. And we're running out of room. We'll take down Burro. And they ran into a vaquero right here. And he said to Tortilla, "Hey, Tortilla, let's go catch some cattle together." And Tortilla said, "Oh, come on. Fast as fast can be. You'll never catch me." And Tortilla ran on and on and on and got even faster and faster until finally Tortilla had left everyone behind. And it was just Tortilla running. Well, by and by, he ran into one last sorry-looking creature. It was Arroyo, the coyote. And Tortilla stopped and said, "Arroyo, what are you doing out here with your mouth wide open?" And Arroyo said, "Well, I was standing here with my mouth open, hoping to get something to eat, and a grasshopper just jumped in." And Tortilla said, "I don't know about that." And Arroyo said, "I'm not even hungry the least, but I do have a grasshopper tickling my throat. Do you think you could pull it out?" And Tortilla said, "Oh, no, you won't catch me like that." And Arroyo said, "I will tell you where a great treasure is buried if you'll just take the grasshopper out. Really, I'm not even hungry at all." And Tortilla said, "Great treasure? Okay, if I don't have to go too far, too close to you." And he got closer and closer, and Arroyo said, "Just a little closer. You can't quite reach it from there." And Tortilla got closer, and Arroyo said, "Almost." And suddenly, Arroyo's jaws snapped shut. Tortilla was gone, and Arroyo had eaten that fast tortilla. As for the treasure, well, it's probably still out there somewhere. Good listening, everyone. Oh, it's time for our favorite. My family loves it. I hope your family does too. Hey, Dr. Knickerbocker! And here she comes. Dr. Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number 9. I just got back and I'm feeling fine. Now I've got the rhythm of the head tap tap. You've got the rhythm of the head tap tap. I've got the rhythm of the nose honk honk. You've got the rhythm of the nose honk honk. I've got the rhythm of the shoulders doo-wop. You've got the rhythm of the shoulders doo-wop. I've got the rhythm of the elbows bonk bonk. You've got the rhythm of the elbows bonk bonk. Tap tap, honk honk, doo-wop, bonk bonk. Dr. Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number 9. I just got back and I'm feeling fine. Now I've got the rhythm of the hands clap clap. You've got the rhythm of the hands clap clap. I've got the rhythm of the finger snip snap. You've got the rhythm of the finger snip snap. I've got the rhythm of the tummy tap tap. You've got the rhythm of the tummy tap tap. I've got the rhythm of the hips ooh wee. You've got the rhythm of the hips ooh wee. Clap clap, snip snap, tap tap, ooh wee. Dr. Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number 9. A 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, a 6, a 7, 8, and 9. I say a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, a 6, a 7, 8, and 9. We did it in one try. It's a miracle. All right. Well, we've got one more story today that I think you'll enjoy. Say Hello by Rachel Isadora. Here we go. Carmelita gets up early in the morning. She helps her mama make their favorite breakfast, huevos con tocino. Today we visit Abuela Rosa, Mama says. After breakfast, Carmelita hurries and gets dressed, then gets Manny. They walk all the way down 9th Avenue. Buenos dias, Senor Enrico calls. Buenos dias. Woof! Shalom, says Mrs. Rosen and her children. Shalom. Woof! They stop in at the Japanese restaurant to say hello. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Woof! Down the street, they meet Joseph and his parents who have just come back from Kenya. Jumbo! Jumbo! Woof! They pass by a bakery. Carmelita stops to look in the window. Let's go in to get some cookies, her mama says. Bonjour, bonjour, woof! Your dog speaks French too, the woman says, smiling. Al-salam alaikum. Woof! Ciao, ciao, woof! Ni hao, ni hao, woof! When they turn the corner, Abuela Rosa is waiting for them. Hola, hola, woof! Manny seems to know what I'm saying, Abuela Rosa says with a wink. Manny knows how to say hello in many languages, Carmelita says, smiling. Jingle, jingle, it's the ice cream truck, Abuela Rosa says. Woof! That means Manny wants some too, Carmelita says, and gives Manny a big hug. I hope you enjoyed that. It's time for the pirate song. When I was one, I sucked my thumb on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was two, I tied my shoe on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was three, I tapped my knee on the day I went to sea. I jumped aboard a pirate ship and the captain said to me, "Oh, you'll go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." Very good, everyone. I think that brings us to our last bit of fun for the day, and you know what that is. There was a girl from France who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that she could do was knees up, Mother Brown, oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown, and sit back down. There was a coyote who was so very hungry. The only thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown, no, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown, and sit back down. Oh, they planted a turnip in the yard, and then they pulled so hard. The only thing that they could do was knees up, Mother Brown, no, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown, and sit back down. There was a teeny tiny man who loved to do handstands. Could he do it? One? Oh, not today. The only thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown, no, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown, and super fast. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Wiggle, wiggle fingers right up to the sky. Wiggle, wiggle fingers and wave them all goodbye. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, Dr. Knickerbocker!